U.S. factory orders barely rise. Shipments fall for factory goods orders edged up 0.1%, the Commerce Department said on Tuesday, held back by decreases in orders for computers and electronic products, after rising by the same margin in December. There were also declines in demand for primary metals and fabricated metal products. Economists polled by Reuters had forecast factory orders rising 0.3% in January. Factory orders, shipments of factory goods fell 0.4% after dropping 0.2% in December. They have now declined. Factory orders are likely to remain soft as unfilled orders rose only 0.1% in January after dropping for 3 straight months. Stocks at manufacturers jumped 0.5% in January after edging up 0.1% in the prior month. The release of the report was delayed by a 35-day partial shutdown of the federal government that ended on January 25. U.S. financial markets were little moved by the data. Reports last Friday showed manufacturing output fell for a second straight month in February, and factory activity in New York State hit nearly a 2-year low this month. Manufacturing, which accounts for about 12% of the economy, is losing momentum as the stimulus from last year's $1.5 trillion tax cut package fades. Activity is also in January. Orders for machinery rose 1.5% after falling 0.4% in December. Orders for mining, orders for electrical equipment, appliances, and components rebounded 1.4% after dropping 0.3% in December. Computers and orders for primary metals declined 2.0% and fabricated metal products orders fell 0.6%. Transportation orders for civilian aircraft and parts increased 15.6% in January. Motor vehicles and the Commerce Department also said January orders for non-defense capital goods excluding aircraft, which are seen as a measure of business spending plans on equipment, rose 0.8% as reported last week. Orders for these shipments of core capital goods, which are used to calculate business equipment spending in the Gross Domestic Product report, also increased 0.8% in January as previously reported. Core capital goods reporting by Lucia Muticani. Editing by Andrea.
Raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.